It's Friday, the 17th of August 2018, and welcome to Navigating Your Day. In Jin Shin Jyutsu, Safety Energy Lock number 17 came into the universe meaning the relaxation of mind and nerves, or reproductive energy. So those seem like two different things, but this is how I understand it. The reproductive energy, it's not so much about fertility, it's about providing the energy in order for us to be fertile. This is now fertile in body, mind, and as well as in our emotions. And that reproductive energy comes from the nervous system. So when we harmonize or we relax the mind and the nerves, then of course it frees us up to access that reproductive energy. We become more creative when we're not feeling frazzled, when we're not feeling super anxious and overwhelmed. So today we have the opportunity to connect with that reproductive energy, that quieting of the mind and the nerves, so that we can become more productive. Now, that reproduction or productiveness, it can be in any sphere of your life. It can be productive at a project that you're doing, or it can be a creative project, or it can be a hobby, or it can be a relationship, or it can actually be physical reproduction, right? And it doesn't have to be reproduction as in having a baby. It can be reproduction as in renewing and regenerating your physical body. So starting a new exercise program, or you're starting an exercise program, all right? Or being kinder to yourself, or hydrating yourself well, or sleeping more, or just nurturing yourself more effectively. So that is the energy that we can connect with today. Safety Energy Lock number 17 is located here on the outside of the wrist. So this is an easy one to hold, you know. It's like taking your pulse, but on the opposite side. So when you hold Safety Energy Lock number 17, you can find those nerves and your mind and your nervous system relaxing. If you hold Safety Energy Lock number 17 and you breathe deeply, you know, imagine you're breathing into the Safety Energy Lock and out of it, or you're just breathing deeply, it also helps to harmonize that. If you make your inhalation slightly shorter than your exhalation, then it creates a relaxation response. If your inhalation is longer and your exhalation is shorter, it's an energizing. It gives you energy. If you do the exhalation longer than the inhalation, it calms and relaxes you. And if you do them both at the same kind of tempo, then it brings a balance between both your sympathetic and your parasympathetic nervous system. And that then has a knock-on effect on your endocrine system, as well as on your digestive system and all the automatic functions of your body. So 17 is an 8. An 8 is an earth number, and your body is the earth element, right? Your body embodies your earth. This is your earth, okay? Because this is the place where you function from in this life. So if you're alive and you're watching this, then your body is your earth element. And 8 is an earth number. So we have a lot of 8 energy in the life map today. We've got 2 8s in the root of the life map, the 8 from the 17 and the 8 from August. We have an 8 as the villain, and we have an 8 at the bottom of the life map also. So let's talk about the 8 energy. 8 is about earth. It is about boundaries. It's about practicality. It's about being down to earth. Okay, so we've got the 8 from the 17th today, and the 8 from August. So we've got a double 8 in the root of the life map. So today is a day to practically get things done. Today is a day to put your foot down if you need to. Today is a day to be clear about your boundaries. What are you prepared to do and what are you not prepared to do? Today would be a good day to say no to what you're not prepared to do and to say yes to what you want to allow into your life. 8 is about practicality. 8 is about getting it done, and 8 is about providing practical solutions. So 8 is the realist, okay? So now this doesn't mean that you can't be imaginative and, you know, you can't be creative, but it's going to have that practical slant today, all right? Today is less about dreaming and it's more about actually just getting something done. Now, it can be something you love, right? So that's where the boundaries come in. So if you're doing something that you absolutely hate and you're feeling awful, well, your 8s are not going to feel energized. Nothing of you is going to feel energized. Whereas if you are actually clear about your boundaries, about this is what serves me and this is what doesn't serve me, and so this is what I say yes to and this is what I say no to, then you automatically have that resilience and that energy to actually get the job done. 8 is about 8s can be extremely resilient, all right? 8s can be very self-sacrificing. Eights can be the rescuers. Please guard against this because we've got 8 in the villain position as well. So because 8s are so practical and because they're such solution providers, people who have 8s in their life map, I have 4. That's why probably I'm very much like a say it like it is kind of person, right? Okay, because it's practical. So the downside is 8s in the life map, and when you've got an 8 energy that is pervasive like today, then you may feel the need to rescue other people. When you see people who don't have boundaries intact, then you're trying to fix it for them, okay? And in doing that, you violate your own boundaries. So please be aware of that today. We've got the 2 from 2018, which is going to help us maintain the balance. It's going to help us connect to our emotions. Earth is very much about, 8s are very much about logic, they're not so much about feeling. So the 2 of 2018 can help us stay connected. So if you don't know whether you're being clear about your boundaries, if you don't know whether you're saying yes when actually you mean no, ask yourself, how do you feel? Connect to, how does this feel? Because if it doesn't feel right, well, then maybe you are allowing someone to actually cross your boundaries when you don't really want that, or a situation, or whatever the case may be, okay? 8 is about materialism. So 8 is, because it's an earth number, it's about getting things done. Today would be a good day to collect that money that's outstanding. Today would be a good day to finish that project so that you can invoice your customer so that they can pay you for what you need to get done today. But stay connected to your emotions because that's what the 2 allows us to do. The hero today is the 9. So 9 is almost the diametric opposite of 8. 8 is about responsibility and rules and doing it because that's the done thing, okay? So you might find yourself feeling very bogged down by that today. 9 is about doing what makes you feel good. 9 is the essence of the 9 is the child. Children, very young children, right? They only do what they really want to do. If you try and force a 3-year-old to do something they really don't want to do, well, then you've got a tantrum on your hands, right? So that 9 energy is there to stop us getting too serious and too bogged down in the 8, okay? So responsibility is all good and well. Meeting the deadlines is all good and well. Making the money, all good and well. Being in integrity with your boundaries and respecting yourself, great, okay? But please, can we just have a little bit of fun today? And that's what the 9 in the hero position allows us to do. Apparently, according to some astrologers, and I don't know if this is only if you're a Virgo, my astrology is sketchy, but this is a very much a time, all these eclipses and stuff, it's about clearing the old things that stop us from accessing our joy, okay? And that joy, that's what I associate with the 9. The energy of the 9 is about that joyful child, curious, excited about things, running places instead of just walking, okay? Being keen to explore new things, prepared to try new things, doing the same thing over and over and over because it just gives you so much pleasure. That is the energy of the 9, and that's what we can really connect to deeply today so that we don't get bogged down in too much work and no play. 8 in the villain position. When we have 8 in the villain position, where we have it today, then our boundaries become a little bit more fluid, and that's generally when we can't say no. That's when we say yes, when actually we mean no. So do be aware that that is potentially there to trip you up today. It's unlikely, it's less likely to happen because there's so many other 8s in the life map. It will happen if you make yourself the savior of the situation, or a person, or whatever, okay? When you become that knight in shining armor who's there to save everybody else, that's when you are saying yes, when actually you should be saying no. Because when you rescue someone else, you rob them of accountability and you rob them of the ability to rescue themselves. That does not mean that if they're stuck in the mire, you don't put your hand out and help to pull them out. That's not what I'm saying. It's when you take them out of there and then you feel responsible for everything about them. That's when you are not being true to your own boundaries. Safety energy lock number 17 is located on the ring finger. So if you hold your ring finger, you harmonize your lung and the large intestine organ function energy. You harmonize the breathing, you harmonize elimination, and you harmonize the emotion of deep sadness and grief, and of course, letting go. Letting go of those people that you feel obliged to rescue, those situations that you feel obliged to rescue. Today is a good day for that. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you again next week.